Yes, I. Yes, I. Yes, I will hold it. It's really not a big deal. I'm going to be very candid with you guys. It has taken a lot to get to this very point. A lot of pushback, a lot of intimidation, a lot of energetic oppression. Ooh-wee, I have to do my best to hold steady to how my energy flows right now. But it has been a lot getting to this point, and I'm saying this because this is such an important aspect of this entire message. Heaven on earth is a battle with yourself. It is a find and battle of the fittest till death. And so the journey of deciding that you want to pursue yourself in a quest to find yourself and destroy the versions of you that no longer satisfy the highest version that you can achieve in this lifetime, you will be drawing blood. I am not playing with you. It is not all rainbows and sunshine and Skittles. It is not. It is not for the weak. It is not for those that don't want to sweat. It is not for those that cannot be unafraid in the darkness. You absolutely have to be a super motherfucking power. And that's another thing. Figuring out that authentic expression is something that is supposed to be allowed without restraint because it has its purpose. It absolutely has its purpose, and it's not for you to decide what that purpose is. It's for you to allow it. It's for you to be obedient to the authentic expression that's being asked to come forth for whatever the reason may be. You never know. But I bet you along that journey it's going to save your ass. I promise you, it will save your ass. I am so tired. I am so exhausted. I am so tired of putting on a face about how sparkly and beautiful this shit is. It's not. It's very dark. There are times when you have to pick up your sword, and there are absolutely times when you have to put it down. And if you're not strong enough to come forth and be obedient to both of those callings, you will find yourself in very uncomfortable situations, and possibly for a very long time. This is not a joke. Listen, my job is to be the example and is to tell the truth. I am so very proud of myself for having gone through hell and still being able to make it to this very point, and to be on time, and to still be authentic in my expression, and to still have my sanity. And you know what? The idea of what I thought my heaven on earth was supposed to be is not at all what it actually is. And that's what's crazy. And that's kind of what makes you a little bitter along the way. If you're not, get out of there. If you're not, just go with the flow. Go with the flow. Don't hold to anything. Don't be so rigid that you're not able to evolve. It's like painting a canvas. You have one idea in your mind about what it's supposed to be, and then as you sit with it in your trueness and you evolve with how you feel, and you're allowing that authentic creative energy to start flowing, the image that is at the end of it all, the culmination of that moment of creation, is going to be completely different from what you had originally imagined, and you have to be perfectly fine with that. You have to be okay with that. And you also have to be confident and prideful about it in order to share it. How are you going to be able to receive your output? How are you going to be able to harvest from your hard work if you're not confident and prideful about your own authentic expression? It's crazy. It's like, this is not at all what I planned for, but I'm supposed to put it on and sport it like it's the best thing popping. Incredible. And I'm tired. Yo, I'm tired. I'm tired because I'm tired of fighting. I'm tired because I'm tired of fighting. I'm tired, like, I have been fighting myself. Even in your rest, you're fighting. Even when you're resting. Like, imagine 007 on a vacation. This guy has got all eyes open when his eyes are closed. Imagine. Even in nature, this is how it is. The most calm of spirits still have their eyes open because anything can take place at any time. It is the divinely intelligent chaos that you have to be built for in order to appreciate all of what it is, in order to participate in all of what it is, in order to love all of what it is. And that's why I really want to continue to express and encourage authentic expression, because it highlights the darkness and the light. There is darkness and light inside of you, and you absolutely have to embrace both of them equally. Embracing them equally doesn't mean that you have to express them equally. You absolutely use intelligence and discernment to be able to decide what comes forth, but embracing them, knowing that they are they are the totality of who you are, loving all of it, is what you need in order to fairly and properly allocate your energy. So today is day one of our crash course for the Purpose Development Program of the Eve Restoration Network. What that is basically I come on live, and whoever resonates with the message, I am freely teaching, I am giving game on how to pull yourself out of the, I don't want to call it the matrix because I understand what the matrix is, out of the 9-to-5 cyclical machine and into the train that's on the tracks of your heaven on earth. Again, utilizing the information that I gave first, knowing that your heaven on earth is beautiful, but it will not be what you think it will be in the beginning, and you have to be okay with that. It's kind of like you taking the red pill or the blue pill. You ready to open up this door or not? Are you done with being uncomfortable? Funny thing is, you're never going to not be uncomfortable. Like, that's the only thing that evolution is constantly shedding skin. Are you Morpheus? I'm your mama. I am your mother. I am the cosmic mother. That is why my life has been what it has been since day one. I'm your mama. I'm gonna look you in your face with absoluteness and observe the necessary and provide the necessary, whether that be discipline, affection, guidance, protection. I am your mother. Okay? Please, can you give me the red pill? I don't like this place. Please don't be selfish. We're going to go through the outline, but I'm obviously going to give room for freedom. The first question, hi mom, hi beloved. The first question I want to ask all of you, or just put out there, is who are you? And the answer to this question What? This is a trick question. Oh my goodness. Okay, so this is a trick question because if you're in the space right now and I've asked you this question, understand that if you give me an answer that has structure around it, that has a title to it, that is closed in its concept, it is not the right answer. What do I mean? I'm Holt. Hi, Holt. I mean, you are the possibility. You are the energetic evidence and essence of possibility. You are everything you imagine, truly. From the metaphysical expression all the way down to the dialed down density of your physical expression, you have the capability and the possibility and the potential to be anything that you imagine. Anything. So whatever you say that you are right now, I will approve because I am a reflection of you. That means that anything that you tell yourself that you are when you look in a mirror is you utilizing the power within you to make it so. And because most of us are operating in the physical realm with its density, with its weight, it takes a minute for the physical elements to catch up to the absoluteness of the essence within us, so that when we start manifesting and saying what we are, it can show up in our real-time expression. It might take a second, but that's what consistency is about. That's what that currency is about. That water, it continues to flow as long as you're flowing with it, as long as you're continuing to show up in that absoluteness. So whatever you want to be is what you are. So decide who you are right now, because moving forward in this desire or this expression to come out of where you are requires you to say that there is a difference between what you have been experiencing and what you want to experience, and knowing that the person that you are or have been in that old experience can no longer be. So there's going to be a lot of bloodshed. There's going to be death. There are going to be funerals. You have to be okay with understanding that you're about to jump timelines and dimensions throughout this journey. It is not about to be a straightforward path. No. You will lose yourself to find yourself. Many times. Many times. You will have to look at the world right in front of you and understand that it is absolutely not right in front of you, but it is a projection. It is an intentional projection, there to either assist you or distract you. Polarities exist all the time for their own purpose. Personality equals personal reality. Come through. Who are you? Who are you? Furthermore, when you fly, consider yourself a bird. When you fly, if you are traveling, if you're traveling great distances, when you are changing, when you are evolving, there is an upward spiral. So that literally means that you are raising your levels. You're going up an escalator of an experience, and those are dimensions that you're traveling upon, which means that the foundation that you started off on is no longer the foundation that you're going to end up on the moment that you rest, to realize where you are and how you want to continue moving forward. Is it a new speed? Is it a different direction? So forth and so on. So the next question is, what is your foundation? Because what you land on as a bird, even though you can soar high, you got to come down as well, for rest, for food, for perspective. You still got to come down. So the same thing that allows you, that gives you the confidence to soar, to be adventurous and fly high and to follow the clouds that live in your heart space and in your solar plexus and in your crown chakra, you also have to have a confidence in that root. So what is your foundation? What do you stand by? Now we're talking about sovereign things because we're talking about constitutions. What holds you elementally, energetically, and physically is your constitution. Because anything can be shaken underneath you except your absolutes. Come on now. Anything can be shaken underneath you except your absolutes. So who are you? And then what is your foundation? Oh my goodness, this is probably too much for you guys to actually like take in and then make sense of and then utilize for the coming times. But rest assured that this will be not only recorded for our historical and library purposes, but then also shared on YouTube so that you guys can come back, so that I can come back. Nah, I mean, I'm so glad that you're in here, Holt. I'm so glad that you're keeping up. You know, yeah, your foundation. Because what's the goal? What really is the goal? And this is, you know, that's the thing. Like, what's the goal? It's not the picket fence. We have had the veil peeled back so far that we're losing our edges. It's not the picket fence anymore. The goal is not this beautiful romantic relationship. The goal is not red bottoms. So what is actually the goal? And is it only about you? Even though all the work is yours. Isn't that crazy? Even though all the work is yours, what is it really about? Is it really about you? Or do you consider yourself to be a derivation of the whole? Meaning there is a domino effect in your absoluteness. And so everything that you do affects the collective in some form or fashion for some purpose that you can or cannot perceive. You will never be able to perceive in its totality. So what is the goal? What is the point of all of this? Why am I signing up for something that will absolutely be painful? Why am I signing up for something that will absolutely be painful? Time and time again, I gotta turn back around and tell these hoes. It will absolutely be painful. Why will it be painful? Sister, your empowerment is so profound. Thank you so much. Why will it be painful? Because time and time again, history and evidence and energy in our heart space knows that anything worth having goes through some form of purification. Even the elements that we rely on as the building blocks of the fundamentals of our experience have gone through their own form of purification. That's how they came to be the elements that they are. Absolutes in their constitutions. That's why you can rely on them to be what they are. Every element has its own storyline. That's how deep this goes. Every element has its own storyline. How did fire become fire, my guy? And then sustain that long enough for it to be perpetually observed and utilized in all of the co-creations of existence, in all of the dimensions. Incredible. So what is the goal for real, for real? To grow for real. That's how I feel. And to share my growth like trees, the wood wide web. Exactly. Jesus Christ. Sir, to all who come in here, I don't even care. Oh my goodness. I love you. This is how you do that. Before it's too late, I love you. I don't know who you are or how you found your time in here and why you feel the need to do that. I don't care. I love you. But that rhetoric is not in harmony with where this conversation is going. So, yeah. Anyway. I'm not even like, I was gonna say, oh, I'm gonna take some time every couple seconds and just say, no, I'm not. Again, you have to realize that everything that you're experiencing is either for you or against you. And it is your job to approach it in a way that's in alignment with you and who you say you are and what you say you're founded by. Obviously, I don't agree with that. Obviously, we are way past that. But what benefits me, right? You want to come up and through here and try to take, I'm going to receive, equal exchange or dominate, right? Survival of the fittest. Been through the blood, the fire, the pressure tested. I love you. Now it's mine. Come now. A metaphysical talk on manifesting your reality. Ask for guidance on your journey. Okay, this is AI. Come now. Enjoyed your live. That has embodied us to assemble respectfully. Thank you. Thank you. Though, again, I will say to top off the conversation, because it's 10:22, the purpose of me coming here today is to send a olive branch, shoot out a flare to chosen, to creatives who want to experience a whole new world. Don't you dare close your eyes. Who want to see that magic is real, who want to fall in love not only with themselves but with the essence of what life is supposed to be. This is absolutely supposed to be challenging, but it's also supposed to be the best thing that you have ever experienced and will ever experience. This is like the most beautiful game, the most beautiful matrix, the most beautiful system. And it's only our ignorance that keeps us away from being able to understand that in a way where we are in control. We are sovereign of our experience and what we allow, you know. Yeah. So if you're tired of everything else that just continues to not make sense, and you're starting to look in the mirror and see that you don't even make sense to yourself anymore, and that there's a broader truth, a more expansive essence that keeps reaching out into the mirror, and it may feel scary at first because you feel the separation in what you have been versus what's reflecting to you. You have found the right space and place and time. I guess to a degree this place is exciting. It is. Especially once you surrender to allowing it to be its truth right in front of you without participating. Especially if you have a metaphysical perspective eye, especially if you live primarily in the metaphysics, and it takes work to stabilize in the physical. I'm speaking about myself. All my life it has taken work to stabilize in the physical, and I never understood why. Why am I looking at my hand until I see the vibratory frequency of it? Why am I being called to do that? Why do I feel like I can absolutely change what's happening in front of me through the essence of my intentional energy from within? Why can I see the codes in front of me? Why can I feel the colors? Why can I see your thought patterns? Why am I reading them like a book? Why can I understand languages? Why, when any question is given to me, I have an answer for it from within without needing academic validation? What's going on? I'm here to bring the new world. For you are the new world. Let us get that straight. The collective experience that we're seeing outside is not the element of the new world. You are the new world. First of all, sovereignty speaks of, when you look at government, the way that government is broken down is the president or the king or the emperor is supposed to be the sovereign of the nation, of the state, because they are the one who knows what they are, that being a direct derivative of God, because it's God, then you, then everything else. Okay? So a sovereign knows that there is nothing above them other than the absolute, and that everything else is below them, and they are in control of everything, right? Own nothing, control everything. This is the sovereign mindset. So when we're thinking of the new world, understanding that we have the ability, we're not here. We are being projected in a shared lunchroom. So understanding that the power within you as a co-creator has the ability to shift and manufacture your experience means that the new world lives within you, And the more you double down on the absolutes, your foundation, your constitution about what is and is not when it comes to you, your outside reality has to match that. And if you have the girth, if you have the agility, if you have the patience and the ability to wait for the physical elements and the density of it all to match the image that you're hoping and desiring to see and to play with, then that's when your quote unquote external heaven on earth comes to play. But we will never see a complete everybody's holding hands on the same no. I mean that goes against nature. That goes against the matrix. There is variation in the expression for a reason. Everybody has a different perspective for a reason. Nothing can be the same. Some things can be very similar so that they can harmonize, but nothing can be the same. Now that we're speaking about music, our physical realm is put together through harmony. Every color, every frequency has a tone, and when they come together with intentionality, they harmonize to create building blocks of matter. So every freaking thing, my hairband, the way that it expands, if you dial down, if you slow down your focus to the makeup of what the fuck is going on right here, it would be music and absolutes with constitutions and agreements to hold steady to what it is intended to be. And we are co-creators with all of that. So our heaven on earth, that's why I say what you think your heaven on earth will be right now, what you think the new world is supposed to be right now is not what it will be later. The new world in its beautiful design is going to look like you being fully embodied and completely true and authentic to your soul expression, and you traveling through a shared uni space with other people who embody that same authority, that same sovereignty within themselves, and you experiencing what their reality from within looks like to them. So if we were to take that idea and put it into the forest, you would take 10 steps forward, and to your right, you're looking over at a fairy garden. Who knows? 10 steps forward, you're looking over to your left, and it's a monkey paradise. Who knows? 10 steps forward, you're looking at a skyscraper made of pineapples. Who the fuck knows? There are so many variations of desires and heavens on earth. And when we can all agree, when we can all individually agree to hold steady to our own absolutes, but then live in harmony with each other, harmonize, understand what we are in our essence and in our elements, then we can create peace, and we can coexist, and we can exchange, and we can barter, and we can co-create. That's what every other element of nature is already doing, and that's why they look at us like we crazy. They look at us like we are insane because we hold the ability to do all the things. We hold the ability to do all the things. All of them. Imagine. A bird is a bird, but I'm me, and I can be a bird. I can be a bird. I can be a bird because I can recognize the difference between myself and a bird. Elementally, energetically, I can understand the psyche and the mental processing of a bird. I can understand the heartbeat and the desire of a bird. In less than 8 years, this place will be unbelievable, unimaginable, and irreplaceable. I shall. I can be that. Scientists have proven that I can be that. How? Because they look at what my blood is made of. They look at the building blocks of the life spark, what animates me. And they see that every element in nature is already built inside of me. What's that show? what is that show where this boy who's a superpower kind thing, he turns into all the things, dinosaurs, lizards, birds, I forgot his name. But basically how he does that is because he has already built inside of his programming the elements of all of the things that are external. He just has to dial into that, press that coding, and then his physical body matches that essence. We have the exact same ability to do that. Ben 10, yes! Yes! Because the coding is already in you, you should be able to sit with self enough to dial into it, to allow the rest of your being to match that coding. And then like that, instantaneous transitions and manifestations. Just like that, you should be able to hop into the essence of what you already are. That is what we're capable of experiencing and sharing and co-creating with. What? So getting out of the 9 to 5 is just getting out of the it's getting out of the high chair, okay? It's you deciding that you want to start walking and feeding yourself. That's it. We're not even talking about maturity. We're not even talking about picking up a sword. We're not even talking about mastering your 18 hands. We're not even talking about building an intimate relationship with the all. Understanding what that dynamic is all about and what it's for. We're just talking about getting out of the high chair. That's what government is. Governance. Because you have proclaimed that you are incapable of feeding yourself. Here I come to save the day. Look it up. So yeah, if you guys are ready to put the bibs down and take the pacifiers out and go through the fire and be brave enough to see what's on the other side, I am here for that. Question number 3, what is your confidence in? Perfect timing. The time is 10:34 here. I think you might like Sassy the Sasquatch and the Midnight Gospel. Very great messages. Sassy the Sasquatch. I'm gonna write that down because I might. Hey now, Sassy the Sasquatch and the Midnight Gospel. I might. I love reading. Who knows? Okay, question number 3. What is your confidence in? What are you confident in? Because, you know, when you jump down, metaphorically speaking, when you jump down out of the high chair, you're expecting for your legs and your feet to hold you. You're expecting for the floor to be steady. You're expecting for the abilities that you feel like you have to hold you, hold the impact. And you're going to be jumping from a lot of ledges. So whatever you are confident in is what you're going to have to revert back to, like a manual, like an absolute, like a constitution. You know, every time we have disputes, whether it be in courts or civil or whatever the case may be, we're going back to the rule book. We're going back to the basics, to the drawing boards. So your confidence should be written within that. And it's perfectly fine for that to evolve as well. It's supposed to evolve. You're not supposed to change. That's what amendments are for. You know, my confidence is knowing that no matter what is taking place within my perceptive experience, I am still in it. And if I am still in it, then I still have the ability to move forward in it. It might be horrible. It might be extremely uncomfortable. It might be the saddest thing that I have ever felt, ever seen with my physical eyes. It might be scary. but there is this ability, irremovable ability for consciousness to move forward. Because of the element of what it is. That's why understanding what elements are all about is so important. Consciousness in its foundational essence is life. Life is life because it cannot die, it cannot stop. Anything still is stagnant. There is no vibratory frequency to it. But because consciousness is perpetually existing, it is always moving, which means if I am being embodied with consciousness, then I always have the ability to move. I always have the ability to observe which directions and how I'm able to evolve or move forward in something. No matter what I am, if I'm a tree, I may not be able to get up and walk down the street, but I'm growing into the sky. I'm growing outward to be able to touch my neighbor plants. I'm growing down through the ground to be able to communicate with everything else underneath and above. If I am the wind, I'm going air which way. Even if it's still air, I'm condensing myself down to the ground and then changing my composition. And now I'm something else. I'm telling you, when I'm done here, I am absolutely going to be an elemental. I can feel it. I'm learning right now. Like, a lot of my experience in my life has been learning what it is to be an elemental. And that's why I know, like, my next coming, I can't wait, because there's so much freedom in being an elemental, and there's so much exploration. Like, my moon sign is Sagittarius, so like without me even realizing it, I have to be adventurous. I have to be moving forward. I have to be seeking out something new. That's my heart desire, to be seeking out something new. And my life, ever since I was born, I've been confined and gaslit to hell. That's why I know for a fact, elemental, here I come. Oh my goodness. So yeah, your foundation, guys, down to the elemental components of what you are, is so important. Thank you so much. I share. So the 3 questions, because we're at 10:39. Who are you? Remember, you are exactly who you say you are at every phase of your evolution. It is absolutely your choice to decide to be, and to wait for the outside to reflect your internal. Wait for the outside to reflect your internal. If that's what you wish, it's completely up to you. That's what's so beautiful about this whole experience. At any point in time, we can stop. You have the right to stop. You have the right to choose to go. You will not die. Your essence has to remain, because you are a direct derivation of the source of everything. You have to continue. That's why in every story, good prevails, because it has to. It has to. It's a part of its design. Good is nothing but the balance of light and dark. The balance of them working together. It's kind of like scientifically, like the trampoline effect. In order for you to go high, you've got to go way down, way down. In order for you to appreciate the light, you got to know what darkness is. They have to work together. But remember, the goal is to experience the upward spiral, expansion. Even when elements, cosmic elements, condense within themselves to go way in, what does that end up doing? Creating a nova star. Huge explosion, way out. Expansion is the goal. Evolution. Shedding. So be whoever the fuck you want to be. And hold steady. And look people in their face until they affirm that you are what you say that you are. Hear me? Fact O. Why not? What else is there to do? For you to clock in at Chick-fil-A? Stop it. Stop it. What is your foundation? What is your constitution? God. What is your absolute? What do you stand by? When you approach every other element and essence of life, when you approach every other person, how do they know what you are, what you stand by, and how to respect you, how to treat you, how to exchange with you? Remember, there is an equal or greater exchange. What is your constitution? And then finally, what is your confidence in? That is what's going to hold you steady throughout all of this. These three questions are your pillars. They are the points of your triangle for the visionary elements that you need in order to co-create with creation. They are your prism. They are your prism. Not prison, your prism. What allows you to engage with the sun. The sun being the radioactive charge, the power source to the elements that you're working with within this realm. What activates your Merkaba. Stop it. From within is the crazy part. Everything outside is a reflection of everything inside. Thank you guys so much for being here with me today. Reverting back to self in some ways is like the Ouroboros. The Ouroboros. Or death and recreation, for sure. Let's see if I missed anything. No, it looks good. Thank you so much. Thank you guys so much for being in the space with me today, because I absolutely needed to do this. You would not, I want you to believe. I won't say you wouldn't believe. I'm going to give you the benefit of whatever doubts that might be out there. Believe me when I say that Agent Smiths are a real thing. And they know how to metamorphosize into anything. They know how to slow down time to affect anything. They know how to speed up time to walk ahead of you. That's why it's important for you to understand where you are and how this whole thing is made up, so that when you need support, you know who to call on to be able to support you. For example, your ancestors, and not even just thinking about those that came before you and may have passed, but understanding that, remember, you are an element of everything. So the trees, the animals, the elementals, these are your ancestors as well, because in order for you to be what you are, they have to come first. And I'm not giving the Bible the credit of being the absolute truth. I'm just saying that it absolutely holds truths. And so man being the latter part of creation, because everything else needed to be constructed first to mix in the pot, mix in the bowl, so that everything can be put in one, so that it can be a reflection of the divine source, is absolutely a necessity and something that you can call on at any time. So call on your ancestors to go before you to assist you when you know that Agent Smiths and energetic opposition is doing the same. Call on your ancestors to sit with you in your meditations, in your stillness, to be able to give you the clarity that you need on how to move forward. Use discernment and patience and trust. I'm glad I stayed, but I must go until next time. Thank you for the knowledge and support. Thank you, Hall, for being in the space. Gratitude. Until next time. So before I close out, I just want to give you guys the keystone of this portion of our course. And there are 3 in total. That's 4. There are 3 in total. So this is the first of 3. We've got another one on Wednesday, and then the last one on Friday. So the keystone that's going to be used for today is this. To access your power, you must first know that you have it. So no matter what you took from any of this message, no matter how you decide to move forward with what you've received, even if you're still deciding on whether or not this is resonating, or whether or not you want to take information back, do research, take the key. take the key, because the key will absolutely assist you in opening one of the doors in your journey, okay? And that key is, in order for you to access your power, you must first know that you have it. To access your power, you must first know that you have it. To access your power, to access all of what you're made of, all of what you desire, you must first know that you already have it. In order to access it, you must first know that you already have it. Gratitude. Don't forget to grace everything, because you have the power to do so. Don't forget to grace everything that you experience and hold gratitude for it, because gratitude pays and paves the way every time. I actually love y'all because y'all are reflections of me, and I want the best for you because I want the best for me. And the sooner all of us start authentically expressing and killing ourselves and becoming new in the process, the more we'll be able to see in our external world the effects of that, and it'll be a very beautiful thing. Whether it be dark or light, there is always something beautiful to perceive. So again, I love y'all, and until Wednesday, I don't know what time on Wednesday. I will do my best to post on my page what time I will be on, but Wednesday is absolutely the day. I share. You are appreciated. Signing off in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bye, 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 bye.